Hey Stampers, Gaynor again. I'm going to show you how I made a pull-out card, it's called. I watched the lovely Dawn Griffiths make one about 2 weeks ago. And I thought, why not give it a go? She used squares, I think it was. So I thought I'd use the new nesting dies. So here's the card. I realised after I'd coloured these in, because I haven't got my new blends yet, they'll be here on Wednesday. So I used the light K's and Crays. It's not that bad. And then I realised I got the ink pad. So I'm going to do the next lot of flowers in the ink pad, and I'm going to use my blends, my blendables. And another thing, I put the piece that you cut out from behind, I'll show you later. I put on there, but it gets caught, even though this is on dimensionals. But yeah, and this ribbon was gifted to me, and I thought it went really well because again I haven't got any ribbon yet, and it just closes beautifully. I've used some of the faceted gems that go with it, absolutely gorgeous. And then I've added a couple of strips inside just to decorate the inside. So your friendship means the world to me on there, and thank you. You know, 'cause you do say thank you when somebody's friendship means the world to you. And it does, I'm not going to put that piece on the inside, but I have added Winker Stella all over this. You know me, I've got to have a bit of Winker Stella on there. Oh, I might just add a little bit to some of these flowers as well, just to give it a bit of sparkle. And such beautiful papers, and they're from the Woven collection. I'll show you in a minute. They're absolutely stunning, breathtaking. So I'll have my woven stamp set and dies to match this paper on Wednesday as well. You will see the video of the haul before you even see this card, but look how gorgeous that paper is. It's just, I envision this with an album. Look how beautiful those papers are. Just absolutely gorgeous. Beautiful. Can you imagine an album being made out of this? Look at that. And the gorgeous ribbons that are coming out with in these colours. Oh, to die for. Look at that. Purple posy. Terracotta tile. Just divine. Look, and then you've got all the colours in there. Beautiful. Just strike. Look at that. It's just to die for. It's beautiful. And another one of those. And then we've got crumb cake, I think it is, on the back. One of those, because your colours are Pretty Peacock, Purple Posy, Rococo Rose, Terracotta Tile, Sahara Sand, not crumb cake, sorry, and Seaside Spray with Whisper White. Absolutely divine. So I've chosen. And I thought that little bit of splash, when it's got a little bit of glitter in it as well, the ribbon, it's just beautiful. So, shall I show you how I made it? Okay. I'll turn the camera. No, I'm joking. So, your pieces you will need. This is just a normal card base, half of an A4. And we're going to just, normally like a stronger card, but because we're adding layers inside, it makes this nice and strong. So just fold and burnish together. This is 8 1/4 by 5 7/8. Just lovely. You're going to need a piece that is 6 1/2 by 2. I'm actually going to take this down to 6 1/4, I think, because I do have a little bit of overhang here. Oh, I don't know. We'll see. No, I'll do it as I was doing it. Knowing my luck. You're going to need a piece of Whisper White for the front, just so it stands off the page beautifully. You're going to. I've just used 300 GSM card. This is just 3 3 3/4 by 5 1/2, And I've just cut this a fraction smaller because you don't want any of it poking out. And that's just for you to give it some substantial, because this is going to be, we're going to be cutting through this, and you don't want, and it's going on dimensionals, just a floppy piece of paper. So we're adding that on the back just for a bit of stability. And this is cut at 5 1/4 by 3 3/8. You can just see that it's just enough to give me, I want a nice little border all the way around. So while we're here, I'm going to glue those two pieces together. But you needed 2 Whisper White the same size, because one is for the inside and one is for the front. Oh, I've got something in my eye. It's not just an eyeball. Oh, I got a condition called blepharitis, and what it is blocked tear ducts along the lip of my eye. Little, you know where your eye socket is here, on the bottom, it's got little holes that leak moisture to keep your eyes moisturised, and mine are blocked, and there's no cure for it. But when the debris that comes out, because it hardens instead of staying soft and lubricant, comes out, it lands in my eye, and it's very painful. The first time I ever had it, I slept in sunglasses for 2 weeks because the light, even in the dark, was hurting. So we've cut this just small enough to give a nice little border all the way around. But this is going on dimensionals later, so I'm going to pop them to one side. We are going to pop this one on the inside, and I've got 2 little 1/2 inch strips of that gorgeous paper by the same width, which is 3 7/8. So that's 1/2 inch by 3 7/8. Oh, seems a little bit. Let me just trim this down. It might be because of my new trimmer. 3 7/8. That's better. It wasn't quite on the mark. It was just slightly over. So while the glue is out, let's get these popped in. I'm going to add one top and bottom, just to carry it all the way through. I just think it's divine paper, and I can see me using a lot of this. It's just absolutely gorgeous. So right along the edge. And the sentiments and the flowers are from Free as a Bird. I just love that set as well. Just strike it, and now we've glued these in, it's up to you which way round you put it in your card. Perfect. Right along the edge, no overhang now, perfection. So choose the best way up. Do you want it that way? Do you want it that way? I think I prefer the colour at the top a little bit more than the bottom. You don't have to do this even. You could just add your Whisper White. You could add a shape inside. You don't have to have the whole of the inside of the card decorated. You could have added strips up the side. It's up to you. There we go. It looks pretty straight to me. We might as well glue our white piece on the front while we're here. Love this glue so much. Love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. And the other piece is for the nesting dies. Because we've layered, they're quite a good gap apart. And I like that. I think it's absolutely fabulous. Beautiful. This is going to go, like I say, it's going to get stamped. It's going to get put down on dimensionals. Just make sure you've got a nice little white border all the way around. says, moving it. Oh, it's perfect. Right, what you're going to need though first is your everyday label punch. Just pop it in as far as it'll go, and then keep your gap either side about level. So I'm just resting it on the desk, and then I'm going to pop it out. And I trimmed the ends off this and then added it on there, so, but we're not going to do that this time. Just going to get rid of it. I wanted to try and incorporate everything. So you're going to need a piece of Rococo Rose for your dies, and I'm going to have one there and one there, and I'm just going to run these through the big shot. And I'm also using Whisper White for the two smaller inserts. So I'll be back in a flash. Let me get these sorted. I've got a piece of white already in my big shot. Two seconds. So I had spare paper there and there. I can use that on something else. I'll show you which ones I used in a moment. And now for my Rococo Rose. Rococo. And these fit on here perfectly and just die cut together. There we go. Beautiful. So I've used, where's my pad? There we go. So I didn't use the very largest one. Let's just pull this out. A bit stiff. There we go, it's coming. There we go. So I've got to number these up yet, because that's what I like to do. And I can tell you then which ones I took from where. And this one goes in there. So yeah, I used 1, 2, 3 and 4. But that, if I just show you quickly how I number them now. The smallest one, number 1. And then number 2, and so on and so forth, going up to the largest. Number 3, just drop my pen lid on the floor. Number 4. I will at a later stage as well draw lines through the centre as well, so if I needed to line it up. Number 5. Number 6. So this is number 7. And this one is number 8. I wouldn't put a number on there because it's the only one of its kind, so 8. Yeah, like I say, I will find the centres and I will draw lines. Don't need to find the centres here because it's literally the points. It's just so if we ever come to layer anything up and we need that space, then we've got it. There we go, beautiful set of dies. Really thick, good quality. So I've got to pick that lid up, otherwise my pen is going to dry out. There we have it. Woo! I nearly toppled off my chair then. That would have been a sight for sore eyes. So I can use that piece on another project, which I will do because I don't like waste. Perfect. I certainly wouldn't throw that much in the bin. And go back in my drawer. I'm just being frugal. So they're going to be put to one side to be stamped on later. I'm going to pop that to one side. I'm sure there's a piece there I could use as well. So we've got our two large ones. These then are going to layer inside here. Beautiful and pretty. And now for this piece. I am just literally going to pop that on to my scoreboard. And I'm lining it up with the blue because I know that's 0. And you're going to score this at 2. And I was going to do it at 2.5. But because I've got a little bit of overhang, I'm just going to do 2 3/8. And hope that's plenty. So when you're folding these over, shift this out of the way. Just crease. Crease. Beautiful. So let me just see now if when I pop that on there, nice and loose, I'm not going to have too much. Because what you're going to do is, where's my other pieces? Oh, it's in my hand. We are going to have this. That's going to be on the top. So once we centralise that, am I going to have too much of an overhang? Probably, so I'm going to take that little bit off that I had. And it's literally 1/8 of an inch. So do this to 6 3/8. Taking that much off. Let me just show you the measurement now. It will get shortened down as well a little bit, so that's now 2 6 1/4. So we're going to grab our brand new decorative label punch. Love this. Push it all the way in and press down. Beautiful. I suppose if you wanted to decorate this little bit, you would just use a piece that is 1 7/8 by, say, what's the bit that's showing? By 2 inches. And let me show you. Let me get a piece of that beautiful card. So I'm going to cut this down. And I'm going to decorate the arm that way. So this needs to be 2 by 1 7/8. Pop those away. Never throw any bits of DSP away until it's never in use anymore. So that is 1 7/8 that way, I think. Yeah. So I can push this all the way in, right the way down to the bottom, and punch that out. Come on out then. Thank you. There you are. Pop that away. I'm just showing you the alternatives as well. But is it this, because I added the piece of card on the back and that was still on when I punched this hole out, this might fit better now because it's a bit off cut, isn't it? So I didn't do that very well. Look, now it's because I couldn't see, but it doesn't matter. We'll rectify that now. you could just have a little wiggle about there and get that just bob on and use that for decoration, but I'm not going to. I'm just going to leave it plain because I'm going to use my Stampin', my Wink of Stella, sorry. So I'm not going to mess with that. But I'm just showing you as an alternative. Or you could have added your piece on first and then just gone in and... forgot what I was going to say. Yeah, you know what I mean. So this piece now, you're going to glue this right along that line there, and it's the smaller one. But you need to be able to cover that line and have that pushed all the way up to the edge there. So it's just like that, but you can't see the crease. But you're not, oh, you know, you've got it like bang on the crease. So it's like that. So I'm going to add glue to this because I get wiggle space. Come on, fella, you don't want to be clogging up now. Under these warm lights. There we go. Always clean the needle as well, I always say. So you're going to go right up. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to fold this over so I know it's straight either side. Take this and I want to get a good distance either side. That was about right. So just resting it on the lip of there. And I'm going to give that a good, look, it's perfectly right on the edge. Beautiful. And our large one then, that is going to get adhered up to that line. It's got a little bit of a gap, but not a lot. You've got to make sure you've covered the back piece. So I'm just looking. Yep. I'll grab my tear tape, my little score tape, and just add in a very thin line right to the bottom bit. And now I've got to just make sure that that covers that and that covers that. Oops, would have helped if it was on the right way round. Oh, it fits beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. So yeah, perfect. So pull back your tape. Fold this flat one more time. And now you've got to keep... Oh, I think I've put that one on the wrong way round. I have. My perforations are in there. Oh, it doesn't matter. Make sure you've got this one in the right way. So line that up. Keeping distance either side. Perfect. And then just press that down. Perfect. So this is going to be attached to the card, and then this will give you that flippy action. Perfect. So whilst we are having a wee play, you will want to line that up, and I've got a little trick for that. So this is 3 7/8. So there's my halfway mark. If I do it 1/8 of an inch short on there, and you'll have 1/8 of an inch short on there, and then I just wiggle that. I'm going to come up a little touch. Oops. It would help if I just picked it up. So I'm just going to balance that there and there. So I know I've got that straight in the centre. Perfect. So fold that over. Just going to add a little bit of glue because you're only gluing this section down. Because when I look over now, know it's going to miss the underneath piece, and I'm going to press and glue it into place. So just give that a few seconds to dry. Doesn't take long with this glue, it's marvellous. So that point's up there, that point is up there, and that is on the 7/8, and that's the 8. That's on that one, and that one's on that one, and that is how I got that so straight. Lovely. And there's your flip now, because this is all glued down into place. I am going to just wait an extra couple of seconds, so we can now, we could even attach this. So this is your mechanism bit now. Isn't that cute? Right. I added Winker Stella to this, and it weakened it for a while, just until it was bone dry, so I might not even do that this time. So now we can grab some dimensionals, and you're just going to add, I'm having some by the corners as well, just to give it a bit more strength. Put one in the centre. And I'm even just going to have one either side. I know it seems a lot, but just look how beautiful the card's going to turn out in the end. So then we can stamp, we can do some colouring, we can attach, line things up. I've seen a few ladies make this type of card now. Some have used different shapes, some have used, like I'm saying, just squares. I think I saw one lady do oblongs, but we don't have the oblongs. But it doesn't matter, as long as that shape is bigger than the other one underneath, and you adjust it according to your strip. You could add probably circles even, but look how smooth that runs now. So the best thing I did to get this on straight, I just turned it to the side. I know I've only got small, I'm like basically leveling it up at the top, working my way down. Perfect. And then I can press. So that's the hard bit out the way. This then folds flat to get you in an envelope that is 4.5 by 6, and our envelopes are just that size, so it's perfect. The ribbon you put on can be tucked either way to get it inside the envelope, and you can just hold this, and look how smooth that is. That's because I haven't got that piece of paper now there to catch it. Perfect. Love it, love it, love it. Oops, oh, I've got a coffee here. Mr. Boy's fetched off. He fetched me one really early. I know we can't eat after food, and we've just had a sandwich, and he fetched me a cup of coffee straight away, and I was like, oh, that's a bit early, Mr. B. Yeah, you sort of forgot. So now for my gorgeous, let's show you one more time. I added these beautiful flowers, and your friendship means the world, and then inside here is thank you, and I added leaves this time to contrast, but just beautiful. But don't add that piece of paper, because that's on not just DSP now, it's on the back of that thick card as well, so I have to keep lifting that up. So this is good, it's only my sample card, but I'm sure if any one of you received this, you just know to give it a little wiggle to get it back in place. I'll have loads of comments saying now, I would love that card. Bless. So I'm taking my black memento ink. Whoops. I'm going to do the sentiments first, because I'm going to line these up, get them in the centre, and I'm just going with point to point. so I know the level. And then the small one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 3 either side. So I know to keep that just in there. Oh, beautiful. I love it. I love it. I wish I could sing. I love singing. Just can't sing for a toffee. So because we finished that one, I'm going to pull this down. That way I can add that little flower there. And on there, give my leaves a rub because I'm not adding leaves to the front. And we've got this gorgeous tiny little flower. And I'm going to have it on the branch there. I'll come a little bit closer if I can. Isn't that gorgeous? And then now for our sentiment, leave that to one side. Again, line up top and bottom. And ink your sentiment. Oops, a daisy. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 1, 2, 3, 4. We want to try and keep, because we've got the 3 lines in the centre. I mean, you could have stamped that towards the top and add loads of stamping down there if you wanted to as well. I'm just saying that's how I lined it up in the middle. And then I'm going to have 2 of these large flowers. I'm going to pop one there and one there. Beautiful. And then I'm going to come back to that tiny little one. And I'm just going to group them together. Look at it, that's so cute. I would have liked to have kept that one a little bit. Just touching, that's what I want. And I'm going to add this one. Just coming off the edge slightly. That's all we need our black for. So let's get rid of that scrap now, we don't need that anymore. With the leaves, I just used, on the other one I used Granny Apple Green, the light, but I'm going to go for Old Olive, I think, light. And I'm just going to leave the lines there to decorate, because I think they speak for themselves. Just love this stamp set. I love the leaves lines in this. They look like, I don't know, they're just so pretty. Oh, I nearly coloured the flower in then. Did you see that, girls? I'm just going to flip this over because I don't want a really thick edge. Absolutely gorgeous. Love it. And like I say, I don't have my blends, but I've got a blendable pen where I can find it. There we go, I've got it. Oh. Yeah, it wasn't until after I used the light Cajun Craze, and it wasn't that bad because it doesn't look too bad against there. But then I thought to myself, Gaynor, you've got the ink pad. Why don't you use the ink pad? So this is new. I've not opened this yet. Oh, there we go. So I'm just going to basically take it off my ink pad as well. And I'm just going to fill that in. Like I say, I'm just grabbing it off the pad. And it's absolutely beautiful. Look at that, it's so pretty. I keep thinking that's a dot there, but it's not. It's all part of the pattern. I mean, if you wanted just a little bit, you could, you know, just use one dab and have some pale areas, you know, like that. You could blend it out. But for this, because it's so small, I'm just going to add my colour that way. Simply gorgeous. Can you imagine it now on these? Let's try this technique of fading this one. So on all the dark bits in the centre, on these little lips, and just coming in for the shade. Let's just blend that down a little bit now. There we go, beautiful. Oh, look at the difference. Let me zoom in. That is gorgeous. Let's just, let me show you what I did. Just on the tops of these little bits here, and then where the lines are, go for the darker bits. And then obviously your centres. Get some darkness in there. Up down these sides. And then just, you can just turn it round a little bit. If you want a bit more colour, turn it back. Isn't that beautiful? Absolutely stunning. I mean, you can do it, try and get a bit of dark on the little ones as well. And then just use the pale bit. Just get a touch more dark there. There we go. Isn't that cute? Beautiful. I'm just about to dip again then for the dark, but I don't want the dark on the pale. I mean, you could even use your Wink of Stella brush for this, because I'm going to go over the flowers with Wink of Stella as well. Just perfect. And then just need a cloth, and it stains, but it, you know, you can move on to the next colour with these blends. I'm going to just hold on to that sec. I haven't used these for a while. Just until your colour's nearly all gone. There we go. And then you could start back on another colour then. But that is gorgeous. I'm just going to stay zoomed in just so I show you where I'm going to add the Wink of Stella. And you could, like I say, do this with your Wink of Stella. That looks a bit too much. You can never have too much Wink of Stella. To get some beautiful shimmer on there. That is so pretty. That is gorgeous. Put a tiny little dot there. Please don't smear on my card. Let's get a bit of shimmer going on in here as well. Gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. Right, you may look closed, but wait for the click. So now we're just going to pop them in, grab some ribbon. So let's open our card back up. Beautiful. Going to take our glue. I get so carried away, I forget all about my cup of coffee, which is now probably freezing cold, but it's worth having a cold coffee. Once you've realised you've created something this beautiful, that is precious. So close it up. Oh good, it was a little bit of dust, it wasn't an ink spill, so thankfully. Be careful because getting bits of ink. So just evenly space. That is just absolutely gorgeous. I love it. Love it, love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. So again, I've got some more of these clear the in colour faceted gems. I'm going to have a large one. I'm going to pop that one on this side. Medium one then. I'm going to go down here. And then a little one. Just going to pop here. Beautiful. And then I just grabbed some normal rhinestones and added them to the centres of the flowers. You could have a little bit of leaf decoration going on in the very inside. That would work out as well. Just, it looks a little bit off there, doesn't it? Oh, it's a handmade card, Gaynor, stop moaning. So I added two on the inside, and then I just popped one right on next to my thank you as well. So there's that beautiful card. Like I'm saying, that leaf pattern, you could leave that plain and add it to the inside. I might just do that actually, because I know even though we've got a little bit of decoration going on, I mean, you could even stamp over, but I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to, I still want to lie this leaf down. And then I'm going to spin round. I'm going to do exactly the same, but I'm not colouring it in. I just want to leave it like that. That is absolutely gorgeous. Love it. We've got to add some ribbon on there now. So like I say, I haven't got my Rococo ribbons yet. They will be here Wednesday. You'll all be chumming and laughing when you realise that this is Sunday today, Sunday the 8th of June. You probably won't see this till the 21st, maybe the 23rd, because I like to keep in advance. I'd hate I'll see you go without. So this ribbon, again, was gifted to me, and it's just so cute, and you don't even need a lot. I'm just going to basically snip that about there. That is plenty. The hole on this one is a lot wider, so just fold that, just so I can get that in through there. Oops, didn't shred it on my last one. So I'm just going to snip that off, keep it nice and neat. grab some baker's twine. I've made this one slightly smaller. And then I'm just going to tie that around there. I've been doing that quite a lot on tags. Tying the tags. When I'm doing the tags the other week. The only thing is, you've got to be quick with this one. It starts to undo itself. There we go. Pull it tight. And then just snip off. There we have it. My card is done. Cute little tag on there as well. There we have it. Absolutely stunning. And like I say, not too bad with the colours. Sort of like went with the flowers on this one. Oh, look at me right there. I did all that and I was zoomed right out. Sorry. But I added the gems this way and then this way. Just absolutely loved blending them then. That was just so cute. So not really that much of a difference. But gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. I think adding the Winker still there just weakened that a little bit for me. But there we have it. One open, one closed. And our inner decoration as well. I love it. So there we have it. I'd love a thumbs up. Thank you, Dawn Griffiths, for your wonderful idea. I love watching your cards, my darlings. I don't get to watch them so often these days, but they're just truly beautiful. So thank you for the inspiration, my darling. Oh, I'm having a bit of a flutter. So I'd love a thumbs up and a share. Please don't forget to press the subscribe button if you don't want to miss out on any future videos. That would be great, because if you press the little bell, or even better if you want to catch the premieres, go over to my channel, click videos, and then scroll down where you see premiere. It'll say set reminder. You set that reminder, it will give you a half hour before it's due to air, and also a 2-minute notification as well. So it warns you a half hour before, 2 minutes before, and then yeah, you can come in and have a chat with us as well. That would be amazing. So till next time, bye.